Hello friends, this video is created by Siddharth Upadhyay, founder and creator of PrepWings. Log on to www.prepwings.com for complete free course videos. In this video we'll talk about prime numbers. Prime numbers are numbers that have only two distinct factors, which are 1 and the number itself. For example, 2, 3, 5, 7 are prime numbers. If you pick a prime number, say 7, 7 only has two factors, which is 1 and 7. Thus 7 is a prime number. Now three important points to note about prime numbers are: first point says that the smallest prime number is 2. Second is the only even prime number is 2. And the third states that the smallest odd prime number is 3. You can see from this list that 1 is not a prime number. So keep in mind that 1 is not a prime number. And apart from 2, any other even number will not be a prime number. Okay? Because all the other even number will have at least 2 as one more factor. Okay? So now how to check for prime numbers? So here we have a question. It says that is 127 a prime number or not? So how do we check that is 127 prime? Basically what we do is we follow three steps. In step 1 we take the square root of 127. The square root of 127 is 11.27. In step 2 we find the smallest integer which is more than the square root of 127. Okay, so the smallest integer more than 11.27, that is what we have to find. So that will be 12. Okay, so now in step 3 what we have to do is we have to check whether 127 is divisible by any prime number between 1 and 12. So prime numbers between 1 and 12 are 2, 3, 5, 7 and 11. Now if we look that 127 is not divisible by any of the prime numbers. So 127 is prime. Okay guys, so these are the three steps that are required to check if a number is prime or not. Now we'll do two more examples following these three steps. Okay, so in the next example it says that we have to check for 299 as the number. So we have to say that is 299 prime or not. So again we'll follow the same three steps. In step 1 we take the square root of 299. So square root of 299 is 17.29. Then we find the smallest integer which is more than 17.29, which is 18. Okay guys, so in step 3 what we do is we will take all the prime numbers between 1 and 18 and we'll check whether 299 is divisible by any one of them or not. So here what we found that 299 is divisible by 13. Thus 13 is a factor of 299. If you look at it closely, 299 is nothing but 13 into 23. So we can see that 13 and 23 are factors of 299. Okay guys, so 299 has at least 4 factors, which are 1, 13, 23 and 299. So there are at least 4 factors of 299. Thus 299 is not a prime number. Okay guys. Now we'll do the final example again. So over here again we'll follow the same three steps. We have to check for 179 as the number. So we have to check is 179 prime or not. So in step 1 we take the square root of 179. So square root of 179 is nothing but 13.38. In step 2 we find the smallest integer which is more than the square root value of 179. Okay, so 14 is the smallest such integer. In step 3 we again check whether 179 is divisible by any prime numbers between 1 and 14. Okay guys, so what we found that 179 is not divisible by any of the prime numbers between 1 and 14. Thus 179 is a prime number. Okay guys, so basically if we are given a number and we have to find that if that number is prime or not, what we do is we follow these three steps. In the first step we'll take the square root of the number. In the second step we'll find the smallest integer which is greater than the square root of the number. And in third step what we'll do is we will check whether that number is divisible by any of the prime numbers between 1 and the square root of that number. Okay guys, if it is not divisible by any of the prime numbers between 1 and square root of the number, then that number is prime. Otherwise it is not prime. Okay, thanks a lot for watching the video.